Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, guys, we have some MLB to discuss. Now, we all know how the Cubs beat the Brewers on, Thursday. That's just how it's going to be when you're, like, the best team in the MLB. I'm just playing. I know we're trash. But what I do have to say is, Suzuki works out for us. We are going to be good for the future. And I'm not too worried about the Chris Bryant miss, the Baez miss, and the Rizzo miss. I'll be okay with it. I'll come around to it. But we beat the Brewers, and then our game got postponed. So if we win today, it's pre-recorded from the day it's getting posted. But please, Chicago, let's sweep the Brewers and get hot. Hey guys, welcome to my part 2 mock draft. I told you I'd be doing this because, I knew I'm going to probably do a third one the week of the mock draft. So this is not my final one. I think this is going to be a very complete mock draft, though. So, yeah, tell me what you think of my mock draft in the comments. Don't roast me too hard. Okay, boys, let's see if I can get a bucket. So, yeah, what happened with the ball, actually, is kind of funny. I literally popped it. Yes, I popped it blowing it up. So I got stuck with this old soccer ball that we found in the basement. So that's cool. Let's get into the list. Okay, guys, welcome to my mock draft. Here it is. You can see it from first pick to last pick. And, there has been some changes. The Saints and Eagles did a bunch of big trades I didn't want to even look at, but I made a tweet about it. So that's how it's going to be. But, yeah, I'm just ready to get right into it. I think we all know who these guys should take. And it's Aiden Hutchinson. The Jaguars, in my opinion, need that star player on defense. They have Trevor on offense to be that star, but they need a defensive tool that I can say, yeah, he's going to be there for them always. Second pick, that's an interesting one, but I'm sticking with Kayvon Thibodeaux. Thibodeaux, that's how you say it. Kayvon Thibodeaux. I'm sticking with Kayvon there. Because everyone wanted him to be the first pick going into the season. And just because he had a little bit of a worse season doesn't mean he shouldn't be a first rounder anymore. Now, for my third pick, it might be a little bit of a hot one. But I'm going Gardner. Sauce Gardner. Ahmad Gardner. He said he was the best player in this draft class, and, out of these 3 picks, he's the worst. And he has the least highest ceiling. Like, Aiden Hutchinson and Kayvon Thibodeaux have the highest ceiling. He's got a ceiling, but he also has a pretty low floor. He could be a bust. These 2 guys, I don't see ever being I don't see Kayvon Thibodeaux or Aiden Hutchinson not being busts. Maybe Aiden Hutchinson since he's going to the Jaguars, but there's no way I see Ahmad Gardner being, as good as these 2 in his future NFL career, but I think they'll take him. They need cornerbacks, and that just makes a lot of sense to me. Fourth overall pick, I'm going to take Evan Neal for the Jets. I did not know about Evan Neal. Evan Neal, I've always been on him. I think he's a good offensive tackle, and there's really nothing I can't say about him. There's no knocks on him. I just don't think he's going to go in the top 3. Fifth pick, the Giants. Now, I probably would. Now, they have 2 picks, so I do think they will pick a quarterback. But let's look at what they need. And to be honest, they need an offensive tackle. Akeem Ekwonu. I don't know, man. I don't know how to talk. But I think that would make sense for them to pick an offensive tackle, looking at their offensive line last year. Protect Tyrod, protect Daniel, whoever it is their starter. I would start Tyrod, honestly. Oh, I would start. That's a whole different video for a different day, but I would take an offensive lineman there. 6th pick, the Panthers. I think they have to go quarterback. And now, which quarterback do they pick? I think they'll go Kenny. I think Kenny's a good fit there, honestly. I think Kenny will exceed there and be a decent quarterback. I think he'll be decent. But honestly, looking at the quarterbacks for next season, they're a little bit matched. They found their match, but I like all these quarterbacks up to here. Bailey Zappi, you'll be okay, but it's not a good quarterback class, and I think they'll take Kenny Pickett to probably start sometime around week 5 when Sam Darnold just becomes too old. And then the Giants are like, well, you stole my idea, so I guess we'll just take Trayvon Walker and do a trade later. The Falcons. I did not know who to pick for these guys. I'm going to go Derek Stingley. I think that's a good pickup for these guys. Seahawks are like, oh man, we need a quarterback. Malik Willis. But then everyone's like, protect him with an offensive lineman. Get Cross. They don't need a wide receiver, I don't think, unless they're gonna trade. And they're like Malik Willis. Like I think they're just gonna go with a steady pick and go Jeremiah Johnson. I guess Jermaine Johnson. I was trying to find him. The Jets. Oh man, who do the Jets even need? Oh. I'm going to go receiver, and I'm going to take the receiver I think they're going to pick, even though I don't think he's the best receiver in this draft. But I think they'll go Garrett Wilson, even though he's not even the best receiver. 11. What do these guys need? Oh, my gosh. I'm going to go linebacker. I would go linebacker for these guys. Devin Lloyd. I think that's a good pickup. I think that's a good pick for them, honestly. I know they need linebackers. I know they want defensive help. They want to go back to that 2020 defense where they were actually good. And I'm saying that as a Cowboys fan. So you know that is the truth. Oh, man. Kyle Hamilton. They need secondary help. Now, I know. Their safety's not even bad. Are you just saying you're going to let Kyle Hamilton be the 13th pick? Leave. Next up, 13th pick. That is the Texans, and yeah. I'm going to go offensive line. The line, Charles Cross. He also doesn't deserve to be picked less than that, so, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to say, oh my gosh, let's not pick him. He absolutely should be getting picked, Charles. This high, though, there can be a debate there. I mean, this low, there can be a debate there. But I still think he's a top 3 offensive lineman in the draft class. I mean, let's look at this offensive lineman. I think he's better. Oh, no, he's still drafted 3rd, so he'll be a future stud. 4, Ravens. Okay. I'm going to go Jordan Davis. I think that's a good pick for these guys, honestly. Eagles, before that trade, they're not going to draft a quarterback here. They're going to draft wide receiver, and they're going to mess it up. They're not going to draft either of these guys. They're going to draft Treylon Burks. Yeah, they screw up every year's draft, so I'm just going Treylon, even though that's super unrealistic. Saints are like, all right, I would think about taking him. I would think about taking Malik. And they're like, let's just take him now. They go, let's just take him now. Psych! Trade incoming! Giants are picking Malik Willis. I can't change it, but I'm kind of worked up over this since I can't change it. And the Saints aren't giving up a first, actually. He was an offensive lineman, so let's look at the lineman. Maybe they'll take Tyler Lindenbaum. Yep, that's his new name. Tyler Lindenbaum, since they don't have Bernard Raymond on here. I don't know why. Eagles, let's get them off. Let's get him some help. He'll make a good fit protecting Jalen. 19, Saints. Oh, man, who does Saints need? They need a wide receiver. And we know they like their Ohio State guys. But you got Michael Thomas. They have wide receiver help. But, what else are they going to pick? I'd go Chris Olave then. Sorry, Drake. I do really like you, Drake, but... 10. Where did I get the 10 from? Trevor Penning from Northern Iowa. D2 guy. He's going to be good. He's just a stud. That's all you need to do on an offensive line. We got the New England Patriots. What do the Patriots need? They need cornerback. They could take a cornerback like him to replace J.C. Jackson. Andrew Booth, I think, is better than Trent McDuffie. The Packers, this is the pick they got from the Raiders. And the Raiders, you know what they need. A little Drake London in their life, you would know. A little Drake London in their life. Next up is this team, and I know who they're picking. It's Trent McDuffie. Come on. This team literally lost to the Rams, in my opinion, because they need someone to lock down Cooper Kupp, and this guy's going to lock him down. Cowboys, you know who I want them to pick, actually? It isn't a receiver. Definitely a running back. I'm just kidding. It's going to be an offensive lineman. to replace what's his name, Loyal Collins, and I want them to actually pick Kenyon Green. Now, my first time I ever looked at this draft class, he was the number 1 offensive lineman at the time, so I very much have faith in Kenyon. 24 Bills. I could see them replacing some of their guys they got, but they don't need one. They need a running back. I'm going to draft them a running back. I'm going to draft Breece Hall for these Singletary and Zach Moss. That duo is alright. A good pickup for these guys. 29. First pick. You got these guys at the name of Titans. I'm going to take it off here for them. So Zion, the highest up offensive line. And go to the Titans. Ryan Tannehill just needs sense. You can't land. 27. This is the Buccaneers. Need a wide receiver, and I would go Jameson Williams. Let's look at this, okay? Russell Gage is okay. They don't have Antonio anymore, and Jameson Williams still on the clock. Sorry, Green Bay. I love you guys, but Jameson's probably gonna go there. I'll tell you what we need. Daxton Hill. And I would pick a safety. Because, I know this team's cornerback, they have issues at the cornerback position, these guys. But safety, if they lose Tyron, that is a bigger move. And Kine's actually really underrated. Or offensive lineman help. Just don't let Joe Burrow die, and you won't die. For me. Is that a death threat? Who knows? I'm playing. I'm not actually going to kill people. Did I get too close? Too emotional? Okay. 31. This is the Lions, and they just picked up Thibodeau, so they can't get him. And what's the problem with getting another linebacker? Because Dan Campbell likes to smash things, so I'd pick him. Editor Kyle here says he forgot to film an intro, so he's just saying, peace out, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll be back next week with more content, and yeah, see you then.